everyone. Good afternoon. Welcome to Q&A class. My name is Dr. Meghna Garg and I am biology faculty at Q&A. Students, before beginning the class, please confirm whether am I audible or not. Am I audible, everyone? Can you hear my voice?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay, so students, in previous class, we had begun this chapter, which is crop production and management. And we had also covered the types of crops based on the type of food which they provide or either on the time in which they are sown and cultivated. Okay, so can you tell me the name of the crops which are cultivated or sown in winter season? That is from October to March.
Apples.
Sorry?
Rabi crops.
Rabi crops. Very good. Very good, Ishan. Anyone else? Which type of crops are called as filler crops? Which type of crops are called as filler crops?
Shade crops.
Okay. Chaitra, you were also about to say something. Rest everyone else, write your answers in the chat box. Which type of crops are called as filler crops? Puvina, Sudipti, Anika, Isabel, Chaitra, Venpa, Sai, Zaid crops. Yes. Okay. So yes, Zaid crops. No worries, Puvina. You can write it in the chat box. Okay. So Zaid crops. Which type of crops are grown during rainy seasons? Which type of crops are grown during rainy seasons? Kharif crops. Very good, Shreyank. Very good, everyone. Ishan, very good. Okay. So now I hope you people also memorize. You people have also memorized the examples which I had given you. So I hope you have revised that. So now today we are going to talk about the agricultural practices. So what prerequisites do you need to have a basic idea of before beginning today's class? Understanding of the term crop and types of crops based on seasons. So in previous class, I had also told you that crops are basically those plants which are grown in a particular area at one place. They are of the same kind and they are grown in a large scale. They are grown on a large scale. Then you call those plants as crops. Now, in today's class, we are going to talk about agricultural practices. So today's class would be an overview of all the agricultural practices. And in next classes, we are going to pick up one agricultural practice and we are going to study it in more detail. Weightage in CBSE, what can you expect? So you can expect one question from here. Now coming to the outline, what all are we going to study? So yes, we are going to talk about agricultural practices, which includes preparation of soil and several other activities. Now, see this, students. So whenever you open your lunch box, okay, let's time travel together. Whenever you open your lunch box and you see dal, roti, rice, vegetables, everything in your lunch box. Now, if you time travel with what you have currently present in front of you, if you time travel, then you can see, let's say you eat roti. That roti is made up of what? That roti is made up of wheat. Now, this wheat must be growing where? In the fields. And in the fields, who is growing them? The farmers. But how the farmers are growing this wheat? So farmers, they are basically working on the fields, they are preparing the soil, they are doing the sowing, and then with proper nutrition, nourishment, and proper conditions, the plants grow up. So now, students, through this animation, so now I am going to show you one animation. Okay. Everyone's eyes on the board. See, this is the plant which is growing. To grow this plant, someone must have planted a seed in the soil, watered it. Now, upon getting proper conditions, now this seed is getting germinated. It has developed roots. Now the seed is coming out of the soil. It is getting germinated. It has started to develop its shoot, leaves. Now the leaves will perform photosynthesis and the plant is slowly growing. It is developing more branches. Now on these branches, you will get several fruits. For example, they might be peas, they might be other products which you obtain from the plants. Okay. So now students, if you have traveled this time video, then you can say that particularly any plant, the origin of any plant always occurs where? The origin of all the plants occurs from seed. Can I say this or not? That the origin of all plants occur from seed. Can I say this?
Yes, ma'am.
Got it? So now students, solve this question.
Seed, ma'am. Option C.
Okay, so
Option
for
C.
answers, okay, wait. For answers, everyone write your answers in the chat box so that you do not disclose your answers to your other mates, okay? Write your answers in the chat box, everyone. Okay, I should see everyone's answer. Very good, everyone. Yes, so the journey from farm to plate begins with a seed. Very good, everyone. Now, basic practices of crop production. That means when the farmers they are working in the field, then they are performing certain sequence of steps. So, see from here, everyone start writing it down in your notebook. The cultivation of crops involves several activities which are performed by the farmers over a period of time. And these activities are called as agricultural practices. Okay, so what are agricultural practices? In order to grow the plants or grow the crops in the fields, the farmers perform a set of activities, and those activities are called as agricultural practices. Okay, now, has everyone noted down this? What are agricultural practices? That's definition written in NCERT. You can also expect this in 1 mark question in your exam. Has everyone noted down this? Quickly show me thumbs up, class. Has everyone noted down this? Quickly show me thumbs up or raise your hands. Puvina, okay. I'm waiting for you to write it down. Okay. Done? Okay. Now, so what all are the agricultural practices which are performed by the farmers? For example, the first activity is preparation of soil, then sowing, then adding manure and fertilizers, then irrigation, then protecting from weeds. Next, harvesting, and after harvesting comes the storage. So now in today's class, we are going to take an overview that exactly what do we do in all these activities. In next class, we are going to pick up each activity. For example, the preparation of soil is first activity. First agricultural practice, we are going to study it in detail in next class. Okay. So for now, I am just going to give you an overview. Now see from here, preparation of soil. Now I am going to show you this animation, everyone. Please tell me what is happening here. Please tell me what is happening here.
Plowing.
Shreyank, I'll come to your question that is also covered in today's class. So we will discuss that. Okay. Yes. Who has answered this? Preparation of soil. Yes. What is happening in this image? What is happening in this image, everyone?
Plowing.
Plowing. Okay. Everyone else, what is happening? So this is basically a machine which is crushing these stones. So students, whenever you plant, all of you must have planted a plant at your home also. So the first thing whenever you are preparing a space, a field area, or even a small flower pot for putting up some seeds in it, what first thing do you do is that you remove the large stones. Okay, you remove the large stones. You prepare the soil. Okay, so that is what is exactly happening here, that using machines, since the field area is quite large, so using machines, the stones, the large stones, they are being crushed. Okay, so yes, that is how it happens in the field. At home or in your local gardens, you can do it using an iron plow, but in fields, you require large machines to get it done at one time. Okay, now, so what is happening here basically during the preparation of soil, large stones are removed. Large stones are removed. Then again, you are plowing the soil. Plowing means basically that you are taking some device, for example, you're taking an iron plow and you are simply penetrating it inside the soil and bringing some soil up back. That means what you are trying to do from here. So preparation of soil initially involves plowing, and through this plowing, you are creating air spaces in the soil. For better aeration, you are preparing the soil. Also, preparation of soil, what does it do? When you are plowing the soil, then at that time, you are bringing the top, the nutrient rich layer from bottom to the top. That means you are bringing the nutrient rich layer. You are bringing the nutrient rich layer to the top of the surface. So now see, whenever a farmer has planted certain plant or certain crop in the field, then at that time the plant grows and it is utilizing all the nutrients which is present in the top layer of the soil. But with time, what will happen? Those nutrients will get depleted. Now those nutrients will be fresh, they will be present in the lower layers of the soil. So in the next cropping season, what you are going to do, you are going to remove the top layer of the soil. You are going to do some circulation so that the nutrient rich layer from the bottom comes on the top and the plant can utilize the nutrients. Apart from that, if the farmer initially sees that the plant is or the soil is lacking in nutrients, so just while the farmer is preparing the soil, if the farmer sees that the soil is not nutritive enough, then at that time only, during the preparation only, the farmer can add manure or the farmer can add fertilizers to the soil. Okay, so the farmers can add either the manure or fertilizers to the soil to make the soil more nutrient rich. Okay, yes, Ishan, I'm going back to the light slide. Clear? Yes, it is also called as loosening of the soil and tilling of the soil. Yes. Okay, so Shreyank, the different devices, the different equipments which we are going to talk about plowing, we are going to discuss it in next class. Today's class is just going to be an overview of what are all the agricultural practices. Okay, done? Is it clear to everyone? Now, weeds question I'm going to take up in today's class itself. Now, coming to this, let's solve this question, everyone.
All of them, ma'am.
Ishan, I just told you that for answers, please write your answers in the chat box. For all rest of the things, you can communicate by unmuting yourself, but just for answers, type it in the chat box. Okay. Okay. I've got everyone's answer. Yes, so everyone has responded. Okay, so yes, well done. The correct answer to this would be option number D, all of the above. Very good, everyone. Now let's move ahead to the next process, which is your sowing. So sowing is what? Sowing is basically that now you are putting up the seeds in the soil. You are planting seeds in the soil. Now, for sowing initially, what does a farmer do? That the farmer will select good quality seeds. Now, how does a farmer ensure that the seeds are of good quality? Obviously, they will purchase it from an authorized dealer. Secondly, students, very important that there are several parameters by which you can check the quality of the seeds. Like for example, whenever we grow something in the house, we initially keep the seeds in the water, in a pot of water for several hours. So after some time, you can see some seeds floating on the top surface of the pot. Those seeds are basically empty seeds. Those seeds do not have viability. Those seeds are not viable. So we remove those seeds, and the seeds which have settled down at the bottom, those seeds are good quality seeds, and we can plant them in the soil. So that is just one method by which we can select the seeds. Otherwise, always ensure that we select the seeds, or the farmer select the seeds from an authorized dealer. Next, seeds should be sown at the right depth and distance. So yes, it should not occur that, for example, this is the soil and you are just simply placing the seed here. No, it should not happen. The seed should be planted at a proper depth in the soil, and also there should be gap between the two seeds planted. Why? Why there should be gap? To prevent overcrowding. So once you plant too many seeds, see, this will be a plant grown here, this will be a plant grown here, and this will be a plant grown here. Now, if I overcrowd these seeds, now you will see what will happen. This is overcrowding. The plants are not getting important. So what will happen? This plant will cover certain part of this. These plants are covering each other's canopies. They are covering each other's areas. So proper nutrients, proper sunlight accessibility will not be there. They will not get equal amount of sunlight. If they are shading each other, if their canopies are shading each other, then they will not get proper sunlight. Okay. So that's why it is important that the seeds, they are sown at right distance and also at the right depth. Got it, everyone? Clear? Have you understood this?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Everyone else, Shreyank, Kishan, Sai, Sudipti, Rishmita, Puvina, Anika, Temiz, Akshat, Kevin, Isabel. Chaitra has already given me a thumbs up. See, I'm telling everyone's name. Is it your it is your responsibility also, everyone. Yes. So Shreyank, just like I told you, good quality seeds. So seeds, how they are selected? First of all, they should be taken from the authorized dealer. Secondly, a best example of to ensure that how the seeds are of good quality. I have just told you that what do? You put the seeds in water for several hours. So the seeds which have floated onto the, or which have come onto the top of the surface, they are basically not good seeds. They have lost their viability. They will not germinate. However, the seeds which contain a viable embryo, they have settled down to the bottom. You can select those seeds and you can plant them. Got it, Shreyank? Clear? Okay. Now, so see from here. Oh, one thing, this is not working. Okay, see from here. This is a sewing which is being done by a person. Is this sewing right or not? This is the right method to do the sewing?
No, ma'am.
Ishan is saying no. Everyone else? I want everyone's answer in the chat
Ma'am, the
box.
seeds are being put too close to each other.
Yes, very good, very good. No, yes. Yes, Akshat?
Nothing, ma'am.
Yes, what were you saying? Is this a good method to do sewing?
No, ma'am.
No, yes. So basically what is happening here, that the overcrowding will occur. Yes, very good. Overcrowding will take place because the seeds, they are not being put at equal distance. You are doing the overcrowding of the seeds. So this is not the right method to do the sowing. There's, even if you are doing it manually, then also you should take some precautions. Now, the third step would be adding manure and fertilizers. So manure and fertilizers can be added during the preparation of soil also. If the farmer already knows that the soil is not nourished enough, the soil is not fertilized, then at the initial stage only the farmer can add manure and fertilizers. But most of the farmers, they prefer to add manure and fertilizers after sowing. Okay. Yes. So once exactly after sowing is being done, then they add manure and fertilizers. Okay. Now, fertilizers are what? They are basically the nutrients which are added to the soil. Okay. And mostly fertilizers, they are chemical based. Whereas manures are mostly organic. They are prepared by composting what? By composting the vegetable peels, fruits, kitchen waste, household waste, degradable waste. So all the degradable waste after composting, it becomes manure. So it is a farmer's choice to either go for chemical based fertilizers or either go for organic manures. Okay. The differences between manure and fertilizers we are going to cover when we will be discussing this step in next class. For now, just remember that the third step is that now you are providing nourishment to the plants. Now, why adding this is important? Because it will help plants to grow faster. So after receiving nourishment from the soil in the form of fertilizers or manure, what will happen? The plants, they will grow faster, and this will also replenish the soil's nutrients. Okay, clear everyone? Is it clear why
Yes,
adding
ma'am.
manure or fertilizers is important? Okay. Now, what do you see from here? What is this? Can anyone tell me? What are these?
Worm.
Earthworms.
Very good, Shreyank.
Earthworms, ma'am.
Okay. So Shreyank has asked one question. Everyone see this. Even though fertilizers are more efficient, see, fertilizers are, although everyone pay attention to Shreyank's question. Shreyank has raised a very good question. Okay. See, fertilizers are mostly chemical based. Okay. Now, what happens when you apply chemical based fertilizers onto the soil? There occurs a process which is called as leaching. What is leaching? Leaching is basically that whenever you are applying fertilizers to the soil, the chemicals out of those will go, they will enter into the soil, and from soil they will enter into the underground water, and also the runoff will eventually contaminate the water bodies as well. Okay. Now, fertilizers are sometimes very crucial, very important. So, the most of the time, whenever farmers they have an essential need to apply fertilizers, if they cannot compromise the need with the manure itself, then they can obviously mix fertilizers and manure. But one should try to avoid fertilizers. Why? Because it creates or it causes leaching, which eventually contaminates your water bodies and also your underground water sources. Okay, so that's how the fertilizers they can affect the natural ecosystems. Got it? Now, these are earthworms. Everyone said it right. Now, why are earthworms called as the farmer's best friend? Why? Why are earthworms called as the farmer's best friend? Can anyone answer this?
Ma'am, because they help in preparing the soil in some way.
Because they help in plowing and tilling the soil.
Yeah, yeah.
Ishan, can you write your answer in the chat box? I've got Shreyank's answer.
Ma'am, they help in making compost.
Very good, Venpa. Very good. They burrow because it loosens the soil. Okay, through the soil. Okay. So see, yes, definitely they will loosen the soil. Okay. Now, one more important thing they are doing is that they are doing what? They are breaking down complex, or you can say this waste is called as detritus. They are breaking down detritus present in the soil. So detritus is basically all the dead and decaying matter which is present in the soil. This might be, for example, the leaves, the fallen leaves, or some animal might have died, or something else, some else waste, vegetable waste, fruits waste. They're all present in the soil. Now, what will earthworms do? They will break down those waste materials, and after breaking down, they will release the nutrients into the soil. So basically, they are they are providing nutrition to the soil. So whatever waste materials, okay, whatever waste materials will be digested by the earthworms, their nutrients will eventually be released into the soil. And that's why this process, so this is composting, and the method performed by earthworms is called as vermicomposting. But this we are going to discuss when we are going to cover about adding manure and fertilizers. Okay. Now, everyone solve this question. Solve this question, everyone.
Ma'am, both B and C.
Ishan, you are not following my instructions. I've asked you several times. Write your answers always in the chat box. Yes, everyone. Okay, very good, Isabel. Very good, Rishmita, Sai, Sudipti. Very good, Anika. Very good, Venpa. Ishan, very good. Puvina, very good. Yes. So, what will they do? They will help plants to grow faster and they will also increase the soil nutrients. Well done, everyone. Now, the next step is irrigation. So, at the same time, when you are providing nutrition to the soil, at the same time, providing water to the soil is equally important. Okay. Now, what will happen? What will irrigation do? So, particularly, water is supplied at regular intervals, and there are several methods. These methods we are going to discuss when we are going to discuss irrigation in detail. So, traditional methods, modern methods are present for supplying water into the fields. Why water is important? Because water is essential for photosynthesis. Recall the equation of photosynthesis. So, in the equation of photosynthesis itself, water is coming. That means water is used as a raw material for photosynthesis. So for performing photosynthesis, water is essential. For proper growth and maintenance of the plant, water is essential. Now, coming next. Now, once the plants have grown, the plants have started to grow. Now, what will happen? You will see some unwanted plants also rising or growing in your field. Okay. Now, those unwanted plants are called as weeds. First of all, Shreyank, let me tell you this, that weeds are not villains. Okay. To everyone, weeds are not always villain. Okay. Why? Because weeds can sometimes be used by the animals for their feed. Sometimes we take weeds from the crops and we supply as fodder to the animals. They can be eaten by animals. Okay. Now, why weeds have to be removed from the field? So what happens? They compete for water, nutrients, and light. So see, you have this field present. In field, you have, let's say, 6 plants growing. This field is sufficient for growing of 6 plants, for example. Now, in between, you have certain weeds growing like this. Now, initially, this particular area was supposed to this particular area had sufficient nutrients to support only 6 plants. But now this particular area soil has to support how many plants? These 6 normal plants, and apart from that 4 weeds. So they are competing for nutrients and space from your regular crops and also for water and light. Okay. So that's why removing weeds from the fields is important. Got it? Clear? So eventually what will they do?
Yes,
Once
ma'am.
they are competing, what will they do? They will reduce the crop yield. Is it clear to everyone? Is it
Yes,
clear
ma'am.
to everyone? Quickly show me a thumbs up. Quickly show me a thumbs up or raise your hands if it's clear to everyone. Yes, you can say that, Shreyank. Yes. Sai, okay, very good. Yes, to everyone. Kevin, Isabel, Akshat, Themis, Sudipti, Rishmita, Anika. Is it clear to everyone, students? Venpa has already given me a thumbs up. Okay. Now, protection from weeds. So when crops mature, they are cut. Okay. They are cut using sickle or harvesters. And this must be done on time to avoid loss. So now see this. One more thing. So I'm going to show you this animation here. Okay, we can skip this. So students, now if this question comes to you, why removing weeds is essential for crops in an agricultural field? I hope all of you can answer this. Write your answers in the chat box. Why removing weeds is essential for crops in an agricultural field? I want to see everyone's answers in the chat box. Everyone, write your answers in the chat box. Okay, Ishan. Akshat, Chetra, very good. Very good, Ishan. Akshat, everyone, Kevin, Themis, Sai, Sudipti, Rishmita, Anika. Okay. Weeds compete for sunlight, water with the normal crops. Okay. Yes, very good. Yes, very good, Akshat. Very good, everyone. Okay. So, yes, well done, everyone. So, this is the correct answer. Now, let's come to the next step, which is harvesting. So, what happens? Now, harvesting is basically once your crops they have matured, now you need to remove them from the field, and this can be done using harvesters or this can be done manually as well. So, there are machines also available for this, and you can do it also manually. So, now basically you are taking out your yield from the fields. This must be done on time so that there are not any losses. There are not losses. Now, after harvesting has been done, so see, initially once the farmer harvests the crops, it is produced in large amount. The farmer cannot immediately supply it to the market, neither it can directly supply it to the consumers. The consumers also they cannot directly consume the crop. So for some time the crop needs to be stored. So there are several available areas. You have storage available. Apart from that, you have go downs available, and in go down silos you can place the seed, you can place your crops, you can protect your crops for a longer period of time. You can also place them in jute bags, okay, and you can store your crops for a longer period of time. Now, while storage, the important thing to remember here or to emphasize here is that during the storage, the crops should be prevented from any type of moisture and also from any type of pest infestation. That means at the time of storage, no pest should infest that, and neither should any moisture contaminate them. So what happens once? So now we had started this class with that once you open your lunch box, we were time traveling. So now to conclude this class, what is happening? So grains, they are transported, they are sold in markets, they are processed, packed, cooked, and that's how they are served to you on your table. Got it, everyone? Is it clear? Now unscramble these words. Are you people enjoying the class? Are you people enjoying the class? Yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. Everyone else? Okay, very good. I've got the answer. Weedicides. Yes. Weedicides. Very good. Crop. Okay, very good. Harvesting. Very good. And option number B. What's that? Very good, Anika. Very good, Venpa. Isabel. Very good. Very good, Chaitra. Very good. Chaitra is given the correct answer. Sowing. Yes. Option number B is sowing. Yes. Very good, everyone. Yes, Ishan also. Very good, everyone. So these are the words. Okay. Now, to conclude what all have we studied in today's class, but before that, I'm going to take you to the platform. Students, are you practicing on the platform? Are you practicing on the platform or yes or no?
Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Okay. So 6 to 7 would be practice session on the platform today itself. Okay. So we would be coming into your classes and then you are going to open up your devices and you are going to practice questions on the platform of the topic which we will assign you. Okay. So whatever topics we have covered till now, we are going to make you solve questions of that topic. So please come during 6 to 7. Okay. 6 to 7 is going to be your question solving practice session on the platform. So now students, the homework for today's class is that you have to solve questions from the topic understand agricultural practices for crop management. And also I hope all of you must have solved this topic classify crops based on sowing seasons. If still you have not solved these two topics, okay, so we are going to solve these topics in today's class. Otherwise, even if we don't solve it, if suppose let's say other things happen, then please solve these questions on your own of these two topics. Okay, classify crops based on sowing seasons, understand agricultural practices for crop management. Okay, students. Okay, everyone. Students. Yes or no? Quickly show me some energy, everyone.
Yes, ma'am. Yes, ma'am.
Yes, ma'am.
Yes. Okay, very good. So let's
Yes,
conclude
ma'am.
what all have we studied. Okay, very good. So now let's conclude. So now we had gone through the agricultural practices. So now I am going to do what? Okay, so I am going to begin with Puvina. Puvina, not see everyone. Please, there is no need to answer. I'll just ask the student. They will have to answer it. Puvina, what's the first agricultural practice which we had studied? The first agricultural practice? Tell me the sequence. First agricultural practice. Yes. No, no, no. Preparation of soil. Okay, Puvina, preparation of soil. Okay. Next, Chaitra. Second. After preparation of soil, what does a farmer do? Yes, Chaitra. What does a farmer do after preparation of soil? You can unmute yourself and you can give the answer. Okay, write it in the chat box. No, nobody else. Sai. No, no, no. Chaitra, only you give the answer. Sowing. Okay, very good. Sowing. Kevin, third. Kevin, third agricultural practice. Kevin, third agricultural practice. After preparation of soil and sowing, what does the farmer do? Okay, passing the question to Themiz. Themiz Isai. After the sowing, what does the farmer do? Anika, no. Sai, no. Themiz. Okay, Themiz is also not responding. Anika, now your turn. After sowing, yes.
Mama, adding manure and fertilizers.
Yes, very good. So the third will be adding manure and fertilizers. Fourth, Sudipti. Fourth, Sudipti.
Ma'am, harvesting.
No.
Irrigation.
Who has said this answer? Who has said this answer? Irrigation. I asked you
Shreya.
people not to tell the answers, okay? Follow the rules of the game, okay? So Dipti, fourth step would be
Irrigation.
irrigation. Yes. Okay. Next, Sai. Fifth,
Protection from weeds.
protection from weeds. Yes, very good. Venpa, next.
Yielding.
Sorry?
Yielding.
Yielding or harvesting?
Yes, ma'am.
Harvesting. Okay, Ishan, your turn now. After harvesting.
we have threshing and winnowing and storage.
Sorry?
Threshing.
I cannot
Threshing.
hear you. Ishan, wait, Shreyank, Ishan. Yes.
Threshing.
After harvesting, I'm asking you, what does a farmer do? He places it in
Threshing.
threshing. Okay. Tell me the
Storage.
agricultural practice, the particular agricultural practice which I told you. Shreyank.
Storage.
Storage, yes. And from storage, the food is packed, distributed, and it is served to the it is served on your table, cooked and processed. So that's conclusion for today's class. And now what we are going to cover in today's in next class. So we are going to talk about preparation of soil in detail. So in next class, now from next classes, we are going to pick up each agricultural practice and then we are going to discuss it in detail. So any doubts, anyone? Any doubts, anyone?
No, ma'am.
Okay.
No, ma'am.
Okay. So with this, students, please fill the feedback form. A feedback form is present in your chat. So please fill that feedback form for biology. Okay.
Ma'am,
And
that's not a feedback form.
okay, we will share one, or you can use the feedback form which is present in the earlier class. Okay, no worries. We will share the feedback form. Okay. So
Okay,
with this,
ma'am.
students, bye bye. Take care, and I'll see you next class. Please do the homework which I have given you in today's class. In today's evening session, I am going to check homework of everyone.
Ma'am,
Yes,
Ma'am,
Ma'am,
can
I
you
may-
repeat the homework once?
you have to solve the questions of two topics on the platform.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Understand agricultural practices. And second one was classify crops based on sowing seasons. You
Okay,
can
ma'am.
find these two topics on crop production and management. Okay, solve
Okay, ma'am.
at least 20 questions. From the crops based on seasons, we had given this homework earlier also. So I
Okay.
hope till now you have covered this topic. So from agricultural practices, solve 20 questions.
Okay,
Okay.
ma'am.
Okay, so with this, students, bye bye everyone. Take care, and I'll see you in next class. Till then, keep solving questions on the platform. Stay hydrated. Bye bye.
ma'am,
Yes, Vinpa. Yes.
ma'am, I may not be able to do the homework today and join the class because I will be traveling.
Okay, no worries. So you will be able to join today's session 6 to 7?
No, ma'am, because I will be traveling. It's a really
Okay.
long.
Okay, no worries. So you can do your homework on your own whenever you get time. So, but before the next class of biology, do your homework. Okay?
Okay, ma'am. Thank you, ma'am.
Okay, most welcome. Bye bye. See you in next class.